So good evening everyone and welcome to another show as we come to the end of the year. So I'm broadcasting to you today from a place called Tweed, which is in the north of New South Wales in Australia, and I'm actually working in a new age shop today, helping out because they're really busy for Christmas, and just doing some readings and helping out and to bring that guidance through. So today I always have a little chat before I do my readings, so I just thought I'd share some insight that's come through just today while I've been in the shop. So a lot of it's talking, the message today is about learning to trust. We're in this really funny period between now and Christmas where there's so much energy and so much activity that you put into creating, this amazing experience just for one day. So I know that there are times that it may be really difficult at the moment to trust that the universe has got your back, to trust that everything will be okay. I know a lot of people will be traveling to meet families. Christmas is a really interesting time because it's always the time when we are with our families and friends and we spend time with people that we don't normally spend time with. So therefore, any things that are unresolved usually tend to come up at this time of year. So really, at the moment, I just urge you to trust in yourself and to have faith in yourself, to have faith that whatever you've done this year is enough and that you are enough, and just to have faith in the process of the family coming together or people not being there. Sometimes people are absent for the first time this year, and it can be a very difficult time when you've always had people around you and suddenly they're not there. So it's really to have faith that if you've lost someone this year, they've passed over to spirit, they are in a place where there is no physical pain, that they are in a place where there is only peace, only love, only light. And above all, it's just to look at your own truth. And your truth being, what is it that you want for yourself this Christmas? Do you want peace? Do you want love? Do you want harmony? And how can you create that? And sometimes it's just really necessary to let go of what you wish life was like and just embrace the way it is. And even though I know that will be difficult for a lot of you this Christmas, the message from Spirit really is just trust and have faith that all is well. And that even if you're not with your loved ones, you might have loved ones who are overseas, maybe they've passed, maybe they're in war zones, but just to have faith that things will be okay and that they will be looked after. And have faith in yourself and really build the energy of trust in doing what's right for you this Christmas. So it can be a joyful time, and it's not a time when you're just turning yourself inside out, trying to please everybody else. Because the reality is, people just want to spend time with you. They just want to share time with you. It's not really so much about the gifts, but about your presence. So I am going to take my first reading and see how that plays out in the reading. So today I'm just looking at my screen there, so I've got Brittany in, I think you say Nashua, New Hampshire. So Brittany, how are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Really pleased to be able to speak with you and help you in some way. So how can I help you today, Brittany?
Well, I'm just looking for a little bit of guidance here. We're having some tough times, and just want to know what path I'm meant to go towards right now.
Okay. So any particular area, family and relationship, or
Yep,
career?
Family and
what's
relationship.
the area of tough times? Family. Yep, okay. All right. And Brittany, so the feeling that I have with you at the moment is that there is a lot of, I feel there's just a lot of pressure on you at the moment, and I do feel as though you need more space around you. Has there just been a very significant birthday?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, because I just feel that there's been a shift in your life and a big change where things are really shifting direction for you, and that people need to, in your family, it's almost like retraining them so that they can understand things are changing for you. I know I just feel very crowded, and I feel as though I need to expand my boundaries a little bit more and ask people to step back. And I also feel that there has been some sort of change around the home, either with people coming back home or people leaving home. Do you understand that?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So I know at the moment it just feels like a lot of pressure on you, and the feeling I have is that as we go through this period, again, the biggest sense I get is that you have to be able to say to people, step back. And I do feel that this is, have you got a son that's just come home?
No.
No. Okay, because I feel there's energy around a male around you that's in some way stopping you from feeling good about things at the moment.
Yeah, it would be my husband.
Okay, all right. So, and again, energetically then, when I see that, it feels the energy of a child, because I just feel that there's, as I said, shifting and changing in your life. And I know that this is almost, I feel that you're at that point where you're ready to really expand and go into a new area. What's your birthday, Brittany?
It's 3/22, so March 22nd.
Yeah. Yeah, and what year?
84.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. 10, 18, 22, 24, 26, 29. 4, 5, 6, 7 is 8. 1 is not. So you're in an 8 year at the moment, and 8 years always are about reaping what you sow. And I feel at the moment that you've just been pulled between people. It's as though everybody wants a piece of you. And I know that you've had enough of that. And I really feel that you're going into a year of endings as well. So, the sense I have with you around the family situation is that it's just time for new rules, or it's time for a big shift and a change within the relationship. And I know that you can't fix the person that you're living with. So if there's a tendency for depression, is there a tendency for depression with the man you're with?
Yes.
Yeah. So because what I'm seeing with you is I have to give that burden back to him. It's not something that you can necessarily do anything about, because really that person isn't accepting responsibility for where they're at. Now, has that person also suffered some sort of disability?
No.
Okay. So I'm seeing that energetically then, because I feel that that man in your life isn't really willing to stand up and to do what it takes. But I feel that for you, if I look at the energy of the relationship, I know that there's big change coming, that you are going into a different phase with it. And, my sense is that you have to let go of beating yourself up about trying to be all things to all people. So it's almost as though has there been a new business as well? I just know that there's been something really new that's happened that's caused this shift and change.
Not new business. Nothing really new that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, all I keep seeing is that there is a shift and a change, because there is something new, and you have to, where you're at the moment, sometimes the universe is getting you ready for change. So it's almost saying, okay, time for you to step up now, time for you to stand up, time for you to make changes in your relationship that you've been wanting to make, and to know that you are going to be okay, because I feel I need to make a line in the sand and to actually say, I can manage this, I can do this by myself, because I know that you need to move into more of yourself now. And I just feel as though the things that aren't happening in your relationship that you need to speak about and that you need to ask to happen, and your vision for your future, you need to be sharing that as well. So your relationship at the moment, I do feel, it's in rocky stages, but I do feel that if it's something you want to be better, it's just time for changes, and it feels around boundaries, it feels around expectations. Does that help?
It does. It does a lot.
Okay. Yeah. And I usually draw a surrender card. I've got these beautiful new cards called surrender cards, and it just says, what do you need to let go of? And it's interesting because it says surrender frustration. So it's saying frustration doesn't open any doors. And interesting, in my mind, I kept seeing that you have to let your partner work things out for himself, because it feels that sometimes that's part of your frustration, is trying to do things for him or get him to do things differently. So I really get that the message for you is to step back. You know, be clear about what it is you want together, but step back and give the key back to him. So take a breath, regroup, and know that the Christmas time, I feel, will see you really coming together in a much deeper and more powerful way. So I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Thank you, Brittany. Okay, so how are we going? So now we've got Annette in New Jersey. Hello, Annette. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good,
Hello?
thank you.
Good.
How can I help you, Annette?
Well, I just really, I wanted to know if there's anything that my mom is maybe trying to tell me, and if anything else that you're able to tell me in general.
Okay, all right. So let me just tune into your mum a little bit. Okay, so have you not been well, Annette, as well?
I'm sorry?
Have you been unwell lately?
Yes, I have been.
Yeah, okay. Because straight away I felt that your mum was around you, trying to say that she's around. You know, I just had this image of her almost saying, I'm there to catch you, you know, don't be so concerned, because I do feel her there. And I feel that she's someone that's been with you the whole time, because I get a sense of you've had either some medical procedures or you've not been well, and I just see her with you through that process. And I really feel that she's wanting you to focus on the big picture, because I know at the moment there's a lot of fear around you with what's going on medically. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, has there been any problem with eyesight at all?
No.
With you or with your mum? Okay. All right. So because she just shows me... Yeah, no problem with vision?
No.
No, that's okay. Because the message, because it's very symbolic, you know, and I know with your mum, she's just showing me the, you know, when you go for a reading to check your eyes, she's showing me the reading chart and she's put the big letter A. So I'm not sure. Oh, well, you're Annette. So that's, yeah, okay, I didn't get that. So, but she's also, because the message there very symbolically for you is you're the number one in her life is how it feels. And I'm not sure if you are the number one child, but my sense is you're number one in her world. And she's really sort of saying, look at that bigger picture and that you're going to be okay. And to also to have the feeling with her, let me just see with your mum. Would you know with your mum at the end as well, did she, I feel that she was very frail before she passed and had a lot of illness before she passes? Yeah. And I know that you were very instrumental in helping her in that time. And I also get the sense that she wasn't able to communicate as well as what she would have liked to in the end. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, because she's sort of showing me it's as though she didn't have the capacity to speak, and a lot of what she wants to say to you is she's very grateful for what you did, but also to say that you are someone who has got more strength than what you know. So she's really bringing in that energy of how strong you are, and to not be so concerned, you know, about your own physical health at the moment. But I really feel that's why she's with you, you know, is to really let you know that even though she couldn't communicate well at the end, she's very much there with you. And I do feel that you hear her talking to you as well. Now, do you have any connection with Maryland?
Maryland?
Or is
no,
there a Mary
not,
or any? Yeah.
yes.
Or no Mary in your family at all?
Actually, her best friend was Mary.
Okay, because I hear that in my mind, you know, as I'm speaking. And what I feel is with your mum at the moment, that I feel she would have been, must have either had a birthday around now, or there would have been a big celebration, because I feel as though she's showing me lots and lots of candles on the cake. So if somebody just had a really big birthday, or would she have been a good age when she passed?
My son just had a 13th birthday party.
Okay.
Her grandson,
and it feels like somebody older. I just get a sense of, I just get a sense of, celebration around that.
I just had a birthday as well.
Okay. Well, I feel that's what she's acknowledging. And it feels as though you must have had, a significant birthday, because I feel that, how old did you turn, if you don't mind me asking?
49.
Was it a 0?
No, not yet.
49. Okay, so coming up to
next year.
Not yet. Okay. Not yet. Next year. Yeah. So just acknowledging, the passage and the advance. But big thing is don't be worried about your health. And what else? And I feel your mum had a very dry sense of humour as well. I know that's something that she was. She'd always see the funny side of things, is what she's showing me. Yeah. And does she also have something going on with her throat or thyroid? Is there anything to do with thyroid with you or with her?
Oh my God, yes. That was my procedure I just went through.
Okay, because I was just feeling that. So again, making me aware of that and knowing that everything that's happened there is going to be okay. There is no cause for concern, because I feel that you've been really worried about the whole, what else is behind it. So she's there saying, I've got it covered in spirit. I'm there behind you. Just bring more balance into your life is one of the big messages as well. Keep looking at the big picture, because, she's showing me that you're someone that does so much for so many people, that you're always, giving and pushing yourself. And it is time for you to take some time out and have a bit of a rest, is how it feels. I still feel there's a lot of grief around you from Mum passing as well. So I do have that sense with your mum. Do you understand that? Yeah.
Yes,
because I do feel you were very close. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's still the grief energy that you're carrying. And she's saying, no, she doesn't want that for you. Doesn't want you to be in that, because she wants you to get better, and understanding how all of that is. Now, was there also something about her teeth? Did she have a problem with her lower teeth?
She had false teeth, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because she was showing me that, and I didn't want to say it. She was taking her teeth out, at the beginning when we were talking. So, and that's where I also get that really strong sense of humour with her as well. So, look, I know that your mum is very much where she is in spirit. She's doing all the things, because she was very focused in her life as well. She was someone that was very strong and very focused, and I'd say you wouldn't want to crush your mum in a very lovely way, because I think she really knew, she would stand up for everybody in the family. It's how it feels.
Right.
What else? So, yeah. So around your life now at the moment, the big thing I feel is that you have to really work hard to allow any emotion to be let go of. I know that's difficult, but it's sort of this thing of the passage of time. And I really feel that while you're going through the medical things that you're going through at the moment, is to do as much as you can to let go. Do you also have problems with your feet as well at the moment? A lot of fluid or a lot of carrying swell in your feet?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's really time for you to take care. The whole reading really is about you, taking care of yourself now, because you've taken care of so many others, and it's really time for you to do that now. So I feel that if there's any concern around money as well, which I think there is.
There is, yeah.
What's going on with money? Yeah, because I feel at the moment you're very worried about money, feeling like there's no money around. Because have you been working and stopped working to go through this procedure? I just feel as though you're in a situation where you don't have as much control over the finances as you used to have. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I do feel that this is a temporary situation, and things are going to change there.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Have you? Yeah. One of the other things, sorry, because when we're on air, sometimes it's just a little bit more difficult for me to tune in, but I'm doing my very best. Has there been a separation as well with you, with your partner?
We not recently, but we did, yes.
Yeah, because I still feel as though there's money. It's almost as though there's money still got to come to you from somewhere that hasn't yet come. So I do know that the situation around money is going to change for you. And the guidance for you is to actually allow yourself to be in this healing zone at the moment so that you've got the energy to recreate your life in the new year. Because I feel right now it's so important for you to get your physical health back on track. And everything I see for next year for you is sort of new things coming. You know, it just feels new vision, a more acceptance of where you're at. So are you not working at the moment as well?
No, I am.
You are working? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I know because it feels around work there's going to be some difference in what you're doing.
Good stuff or bad differences?
Just like more responsibility or, you know, a big shift and change.
Okay.
Is poor, and I'm not sure what's going on here. But Annette, honestly, wishing you well, and I know that your mum, again, great lady, very patriotic is what she feels, and I feel that she's just around you, very Merry Christmas, and to send you all of her love.
Thank
so
you
wish
so
well.
very much. Thank you so very much.
Okay. That's okay. That is my pleasure. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty here today because I still had 5 minutes left to go. And I thought I'd finish, so I'm looking at one clock and I'm looking at the other. So maybe I'm just going to have to talk for 5 minutes more. Anyway, so I'll just talk a little bit more about things. And what can I talk about? Well, let's just talk about the energy of next year that's coming up, because Christmas, big year, big expectations. There's always, there can be disappointment around you at Christmas, and it might not be your disappointment. So just really to recognize that the year that's coming up next year is all about making choices, and it feels that you have to make some really strong choices for yourself next year. So if at the moment you're still feeling a little bit not sure of what your purpose is or not sure of what your direction is, use the time over Christmas to really reconnect with your passion. Look at what is it that you used to love to do when you were a child. What were the things that really, lit you up inside, that gave you that feeling that you could do absolutely anything, because that's really what you're meant to be involved in your life. So next year, being this 2-year, will still be about getting emotional balance, getting physical balance, and no matter how many dreams you have, if you're not physically looking after yourself, then it's really difficult to bring all of the joys of the world into your energy, because we often talk about the universe is going to look after me. The universe will. It'll put signs in your way. It'll, you might sort of notice, you might be driving along, for instance, and you might sort of notice certain signs, which could be, or vegetables. You might see trucks driving along that are advertising fresh vegetables. You might see signs that tell you about health and fitness. And so the universe is always sending you the signs of what you need to do. So really it's time, I believe, at this point, just to look about and say, what are the messages that the universe is trying to send me? How, the universe being your guides, your higher self, those people in the spirit world that are trying to get through to you, because often your loved ones are there as well, and they're really whispering in your ear all the time, and they're just saying, you're going to be okay, but you need to do this next. It's really learning to trust the intuitive and to trust in the signs that you're seeing all around you so that you can create a world to live in that is exciting. So I just feel like I need to share a little bit of a couple of Mother Mary cards now, just to finish off the week and say, what's the week ahead going to bring? Well, I feel the Christmas time is going to be a time to rest, time to just let go of what you haven't done, a time to rejoice, really remember those in the spirit world with love, because they'd never want to be remembered with sadness. Once they've passed into spirit, their whole energy is free. They don't have regrets. Or the regrets, they don't have regrets. They just know, okay, could have done something differently, and that was my life. But they certainly don't have physical pain. And if you've lost anyone through tragic circumstances, just be assured and reassured that where they are, there is healing, there is peace, there is joy. There is absolutely no pain. And I feel that at this Christmas time, as you gather in joy, they gather with you to share that. So really, I would be making this Christmas one of the happiest ones that you can. Look at what gives you joy. Remember those people maybe that are alone, and make that phone call. Family that you're estranged from, might be a good time just to pick up the phone and say hello, without any expectations, without any need to do or fix anything. So I wish all of you well. I wish you the very happiest of Christmases, and I look forward to seeing you next week as we'll be approaching the new year. So it's Susan Kennedy signing off, and you can reach me at Susan@visana.com, Bisanna.